Hey, 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 good people. Miss Sunshine here. I'm here today bringing you a whole bunch of love, light, and sunshine. I need to take a deep breath this morning. I don't know um, why it feels like I'm anxious this morning. I think I know why. And I'm being very transparent here. Take it or leave it. You know, transparency is my name. I think I'm feeling so anxious because this will be the first time I'll be making the video without my teeth in um, for TikTok as well. Um, Here lately, I've been trying to post some of the videos on TikTok as well, um, but I've had my teeth in. Um, it's almost like I got real comfortable, not real comfortable, but a little bit more comfortable. Um, and I don't know why posting my videos on YouTube on some of the days I was letting my gums breathe. Um, but it's just something that's been stirring up within me. I'm still not very comfortable. It still has me at ease, but spirit was like, show up. It doesn't matter, show up. So here I am. Wow. In my last video, it was about self love. And believe it or not, it took me a minute to actually post that because I knew I would be posting it on TikTok. And I wanted to show up fully myself, but I still had nervous energy. So I waited, until I put my teeth in and everything to post it. But I said I'm not going to do that anymore. If I have a message, I'm just going to post it. If you don't like the fact that I don't have teeth, I don't know what to say because I just really at some point have to just embrace who I am. And this is who I am. So, here it goes, guys. As always, if this message has found you, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I know the message will find who it needs to find, when it needs to find you. So I'm not really worried about that. Oh, I got to take a breath. I got to take a breath. And I want to relax into these energies because the hardest part is just really pressing the record button. After that, I can pretty much talk and it doesn't bother me. But it's initially pressing the record button, knowing that once I hit record, it's going out there. So here we go, guys. Ooh, today, and that's what brings me to the message today. And I think that's why it's really important for me to just show up. Because my message today is believe in yourself. It's simple. It sounds simple. Believe in yourself. You know, on those days that are bright and sunny and everything is going your way, it's real easy to believe in yourself. Yeah, believe in yourself on those days. And on those dark, rainy nights, those are the harder days to really believe in yourself, to believe in what you're doing, to believe that you can do it. But on those days, believe in yourself even more. Um, when no one else around you believes like in you or is trying to make you doubt you, man, throw that belief in yourself so hard that it can't stop you. They can't stop you. If they're not showing up for you, you show up for yourself. You know, because here's the thing, guys. People can make you doubt who you are. Um, People can have you taking on an outer perception of who they believe you to be. You know, they say sometimes when people say it long enough, you start believing it. Um, that's why they say, even with our children, we speak positive words onto our children. You keep calling your child stupid. You keep calling a person stupid, dumb, dumb, stupid. This person will, the person will start believing they're dumb, they're stupid, you know, and that's a dangerous place, because we can let that outer perception create the individual that we are, because now we're second guessing ourselves. Now we're like, well, maybe they're right. And now we're convincing ourselves of what they said and doubting ourselves on what we feel. I mean, I always say it's be open to corrective criticism. That's one thing. You know what I'm saying? But know when it goes beyond corrective criticism. There are people out there that don't believe in themselves. So how in the world are they going to believe in you? How are they going to speak life into you? Sometimes you have to surround yourself by individuals that speak life into you. One of my besties has said that to me a couple of weeks ago. And she said she was talking to her grown daughter. And she was telling her, I need you to be around individuals that are speaking life into you. We start believing what we're told sometimes, and if you're not at the point where you're around those individuals that can speak life into you, you can lose years. You can lose a lot of years. Listen to the external chaos, listening to what the negative is that's being fed into you. you know um I'm there with you. Okay. I'm not here for nothing. I'm right there with you. And I'm going to give you a little story, as I always do, just to let you know I'm there with you. Um, I always knew deep down there was something going on with me. I always knew I was different. I couldn't put my finger on it. I could not put my finger on it. But I knew. I knew I was different. Um, when I started to fully embrace the beginning of my journey of embracing who I was, um, I was working at a background investigation company, and one of the ladies that worked with me, she is now like, oh my gosh, she is such a good friend. She's, I don't know, daughter, sister, spiritual sister. I don't know, but it was divine that I encountered this young lady. And this was like 15 years ago. I think it was 15 years ago. Please don't don't judge me on my time frame. But I would have to sit up and count, but it was around that time. And she said to me, I was having a bad day. And I think I was getting tired of people just coming to me and expecting me to be a ray of sunshine. And I was like, I have bad days. Like, why can't I show up like me? And this individual said to me, she said, you know, Vaughn, you don't know how many people count on you, how many people your words affect, um, how many people are, confirmation, are looking at you and they're being inspired by you. So how you show up matters. I was like, wow. And that's going to be my next video, how I show up. But in that moment, I had a different perspective. I was like, I always knew people did that, but to hear somebody just really say, like, Vaughn, come on now. You know who you are. You know what I'm saying? This is what you do. You know, you can't get mad at the fact of this is what you resonate. And I was like, okay. So that's when I just really, that's when my journey just first started beginning on another level of individuals. Motorcycle. And no, guys, it's not my son today. It's somebody just rolling on down. So, shortly after that, I ended up being laid off from the background investigation company where I had to step out on something different, belief in myself. um I was able to fully pay for medical massage therapy school and align myself um with the holistic path. Now, at that point, there was an artist, Toby Nwigwe, Nwigwe, and I don't want to butcher the spelling of his name, but he had a song at that time, and the song, it was, he had this part in the song. He said, now I'm gonna take 10 years, and for 10 years I'm gonna do what I believe in. And if after those 10 years of fully committing myself to what I believe in, if I don't receive, you know, not even the accolades, if I don't see the fruits of my labor by that 10 end of the 10 years, I can say at least I tried. Now, guys, here's what's the crazy part of this. I was laid off around 2016. That's when this happened. And that's when I said I'm going to give myself 10 years. And I didn't count up the years, you know, but the other day I was sitting, and this year is the 10th year. And it is 2026, right? 2016 to 2026. Um, and before I even tallied up these years, when this year first, you know, when it was coming in, I looked at the year and it's 2026. But, you know, me, I'm a numbers girl. I saw my birthday in there, 9/20. So I already knew this was my year. And then a couple of days ago, I noticed this was my 10 year. This was the ending of the 10 years. So let me tell you. Mm, I started over. Mm, not knowing, but I believed in myself. I believed. I said I committed my whole life working for other individuals, doing everything for everybody else. I was going to commit 10 years to me, 10 years to my growth, 10 years to my spirituality, 10 years to my path. Whew. Now I'm going to tell you guys, it's not easy. Is when you believe in yourself, it's not easy. Whew, I've had to start all over again because of the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing. Just, oh my gosh, there were dark nights. Man, I took some losses. Doubt crept in. Am I doing this? Should I just go back to work? Is this really working? Is it panning out? Is what I'm doing, does it matter? There's all these questions, the stress, the struggles, relationship issues, just family, friends, and took some losses. I've lost my brother, my nephew, my niece, some cousins, a couple aunties, an uncle, and that's just in 2 years. A year ago yesterday, I lost my brother. 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago. My bad. It wasn't last year. It was 2 years ago. And my mom and my dad together collectively only had my brother and I. And he was my older brother. He was my rock. He was my everything. He was the individual I called. Every morning I was going to my radiation treatments or my chemo treatments. He was the first man to love me unconditionally. Unconditionally. And it's lost. There were days there was no light at the end of the tunnel. In this 10 years, guys, and I'm just giving you all this just to let you know. I wanted to give up some days. There was no light at the end of the tunnel. I couldn't see light. I didn't even know if I was in a tunnel, a cave, buried somewhere. I did not know. Oh, did you see it? Oh my gosh, guys. Did you see the groundhog run back behind me? See, that was a sign. Because I kept running. I kept doing it, guys. I kept on. And I never knew. I never knew why I just held on. I never knew why I just kept going. But what I did know is that, I knew what my internal was reflecting, but my external wasn't quite reflecting that. It was at that point, holding on was everything. Believing in myself, not knowing, but still knowing. The only way my external was going to reflect my internal was by the work I was doing, my internal work, the release I had to do. But the belief in who I was kept me grounded. Even on days that you slip. Ooh, even in those days, it's okay. We're not perfect. We're here growing and learning every day. And when we're growing, we're really trying to sink back into who we really are. All I'm gonna tell you is I believe in myself so tough. I was telling people years ago, I'm fully covered. I was telling people years ago, I was an earth angel. I was telling people years ago, I'm divine. I'm divinity walking. And because I hadn't fully let go of who I was on a human level, and not let go because I hadn't fully gotten to know who I was, and because I was letting external voices make me doubt who I wasn't living in my divinity 100%. I knew it. I knew it. I knew deep down on a core level. I knew. I knew it. I felt it. I've been shown it. And finally, it was shown back to me. Now, while going through all of this, it started being shown back to me when I wasn't looking for it. There was a time in my life where, like, when I found out I had cancer and I'm on that hospital bed and they're getting ready to rush me off to surgery, and I had to start being transparent with individuals. And look, the music just popped on my in my background. Everything's a song. It was in that moment when I had to break down the walls of my exterior and let people in, that my external started reflecting my internal, as far as who I was as an individual, as far as excuse me, look, the dog's confirmation, as far as what I was putting out there into the universe, or into the collective. So just me believing in myself on those dark nights, on the nights I thought I couldn't do it, on those days that people told me I couldn't do it. Here I am now, 10 years later, and just stepping out on the limb just to bring this love, light, and sunshine to the collective. I've come a long way. And I believe in myself so much that I am comfortable enough in doing this. Now, I'll do it with teeth, without teeth. The message is still the same. Guys, believe in yourself. It's not always gonna look pretty. The road is always not gonna be laid out the way you think it should be laid out. We all have that spark of divinity within us. We all have it. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes we're scared to tap into it because we're scared of what the collective may say. Because we're different. Because we don't love the same. We don't act the same. We don't speak the same. That's okay. It's okay to be different. We weren't brought here to be the same. We're here to be different, to get to know who we are personally on a soul level. Reconnect. We're trying to reconnect with us, and you have to believe in yourself so tough that nothing on the outer can shake it. And once you start doing that, spirit, the universe, it will start showing you. Once you start being aligned with where you're supposed to be on a soul level, reconnecting with soul, reconnecting with spirit, like, hey, this is who I am. The world kind of changes. The problems don't change. And I really don't want anyone to ever think, because I get to know myself on a spiritual level, that the problems are going to change. No, they don't. But your perception of the problems that come at you do change. And yes, there will still be times where you'll want to flex or something like that. But in those moments when you just take a moment, you'll realize that That's not who you are. And it's not as easy to pull you into that type of behavior any longer. But love yourself. Love yourself. Believe in yourself. People are afraid of failing. People are afraid of the outside chatter. Well, I'm 53. At this point, outside chatter means nothing to me. At this point, all of this is superficial because I'm just a vessel. So, like, take it or leave it. This is what it is. I believe in myself so tough that I know the message will get past the external. This, what you see. The message is greater than that. The message is deeper than that. Anything is possible. The sky is the limit. Beyond the sky is the limit. We stand in our own way sometimes. We stop how far we can go sometimes because we doubt who we really are. We do. Look, I made a little bracelet. And I make these. These are the things I was making while I had chemo. And it says sunshine with some suns and everything. I made some waist beads like this too, with all of my names on it, all my aliases. Niecy, Queen, Sunshine, Vaughn, every element of me, every aspect of me, I believe in. And they hold a true space in my life. And I wanted just to come with this message because it's easy to doubt ourselves and it's easy to let fear overtake us. And I'm stepping out with true transparency. I'm not going to let fear do it because I believe. And I know somebody out there needs to hear that today. You are beautiful. It doesn't matter what. Your teeth gone, you're still beautiful. What, one eye bigger than the other, you're still beautiful. You can't get your makeup right, you're still beautiful. You lose your hairline receding, handsome. Beautiful. Beautiful. You know, we're letting the outer dictate how much we believe in ourselves. Sometimes we only believe in ourselves when we look good or when we're up to the specs of the collective. Well, society. But that's not true. Show up. Believe in yourself. You're missing some teeth? Believe in yourself. You don't have the name brand clothes that other people have? Believe in yourself. Sometimes people can make you feel bad and make you not be able to believe in yourself because you don't have what they have. But what if that got snatched away from them? Would they still be the same person? Because if my belief in myself stems from what I have, do I really have belief in myself? Oh my gosh. Y'all, sometimes these messages are for me as well. Sometimes Spirit gives them to me and, you know, I'm jotting the notes down. And this one was actually done at 3:30 in the morning. And I've never really had messages come to me about 3, 4 in the morning because usually when I wake up, I'm like, I'm going back to sleep. Or when I wake up, I have a lot of things in my mind. I let my mind clear and it came to me. And now towards the end of this message, believe it or not, it's helping me. It's helping me to believe in myself a little bit more. I can't be on here talking about believe in yourself. And I'm still like, well, I believe in myself, but no, here it goes. I believe in myself. You know what I'm saying? I know who I am. I know my worth. I know what I bring. You know what I'm saying? I know the lives I'm meant to touch while I'm here. I know the souls I'm meant to connect with while I'm here. And I'm going to continue to do that with teeth, without teeth. It does not matter. You can't stop me. Nothing can stop me. This is my year. And I've been shown miracles are abounding. I am covered. I am divine. I am love. Okay? So, I feel much better now at the end of the video than when I first started it. The anxiousness is gone. Like I say, once I press record, the videos, it just starts flowing. But it's in the moments before. You can talk yourself out of it. The self-doubt creeps in. What if somebody talks about me because I don't have teeth? What if somebody, you know what? Miss me. I don't care. I'm not on that. You know, that's not where I'm at. And at this point, I don't care. I talked about people that didn't have teeth before. Now here I am. So, whatever. You know, when you were a kid, you see someone and you be like, where are their teeth? Ha 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 ha. I'm never. And in today's society, you showing up without your teeth, you showing up without your extra, you showing up not like they want you or not. Oh, excuse me, confirmation. I want to get these words right. If you show up in a manner that they don't feel is appropriate, then something's not right with you. For the ladies, no. We're going to show up how we're going to show up. If you have your hair, but if you have this additional stuff, cool. Not everybody's comfortable with it. Because it is a cruel, cruel world. But you can't be more cruel to me than I've already seen in this cruel world in my 53 years. So you can't do anything to me or say anything to me that hadn't already been done. I've been mocked. I've been talked about. I've been misused. But I've also been loved. I've been handled carefully. And I've been shown divinity. And I've met earth angels along my way. So, love yourself. Believe in yourself. And if no one has told you today, I love you. I love you with my whole heart. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I believe you. I believe in you. I believe you. Wow. What's your spirit trying to say? But I believe in you. And I said, this video will find who it needs to find when it needs to find you. And like I also said, take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. If this has nothing to do with you, keep it moving. But if it does, take it and run with it. As always, you hear the birds. And on that note, I'm going to leave you with a whole lot of love, with a whole lot of light, and a whole bunch of sunshine. And until we meet again, be safe.